Hello, it is Matt, and welcome to episode 72 of Gross Oversimplifications, where I talk about how to do stuff to your guitar yourself. I forgot what I was going to do. So there was a metal festival on the weekend that I did not attend. I don't feel like festivals are the best presentation of music. And I didn't want to hang out with 10,000 other people on my day off. And I don't like standing up for that long. But lots of people went, and they had a great time, I assume. And one of the bands that was playing was a band called Megadeth. And I kind of forgot they existed. But I went on a bit of a YouTube rabbit hole of Megadeth recently. And they've got an interesting history, so to speak. One of their albums is called Rust in Peace. It's very good. The singing is not for me, but the guitar work is stellar. It's really, really tricky. Quite hard. But not as hard as listening to me for 3 minutes talking about Rust. Okay? And there's your insight into how my brain works. Sweaty metalheads. Megadeth. Also, the rusty planets aligned last week, and customers bought me 4 billion rusted out guitars to deal with. Okay? And all of them ask, how can I stop this from happening? You know, I got a lot of sweaty customers, very moist people. And they ask me what they can do. And apart from like not sweating ever again or not living in a humid place, then you can't do much. But the number one offender that I find for rusty guitars, and I feel like I've spoken about this before, but maybe it bears repeating. Okay? So the number one problem that people have is they play a show, or they have a rehearsal and their guitar's wet from sweat. And they put it in the case, and then they leave it there for a week. Okay? And all you've done is create a little microclimate inside your case where there's excess moisture. And it's just circulating around in there, and it's rusting up your guitar, even though you're not doing anything to it. So what can you do about that? You can put the little moisture absorption packs, which I should have. Anyway, the little silica packs that you can get when you buy shoes that says do not eat. Don't eat them, but you can put them in your case, and it helps mitigate a bit of that excess moisture. But the best thing to do is when you get home, just open up the case a bit. Let it air out. Get some of that extra moisture off. And you'll find that your guitar will rust less than if it's in a sealed environment with your sweaty stuff. I do see people doing their due diligence and wiping down their guitars after a show. And then they put the wet rag back in the case with the guitar. That doesn't count. You did nothing. Okay? Get the moisture out. The other thing is when I'm cleaning a guitar, a metal part on a guitar, off the guitar, don't spray this on your instrument. I use a product called Inox. There's another darker label one that has PTFE in it, or PFTE, whatever. And that's quite good at, it forms a bit of a film on the part, and then it helps prevent rust forming to start with. Don't use WD-40. The other thing that you can do when you notice a rusty part on your guitar is replace it. Just replace it before it turns to dust. And then you have to pay somebody like me to extract it. That is the top tip. That's all you can do. Sorry.